Hello and welcome back. For those of you that are new here, my name is Sophie, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you some of my top bullet journaling tips to help you get the most out of your bullet journal. So stay tuned. So this video is going to be perfect for you if you're thinking of starting a bullet journal and you don't know what to put in it. You just got one and you're thinking, ooh, I'm so excited but I don't know where to start. Or even if you've already had one for ages and you're thinking, I could be making them more of this. I know I could be doing something better, but I don't know what to change. Then have a watch and see if any of this is useful for you. Tip number 1. Tables are your best friend. Why are tables your best friend, Sophie, I hear you ask?
Tables are your best friends because they are so flexible. You can track absolutely anything you want. It's particularly useful for any habits with written values that you want to track. For example, what time you're waking up, how many hours sleep, how many steps you're doing in a day, and so on. Secondly, tables are very space efficient. And if you're a bit of a neat freak like myself, a table is perfect to keep everything streamlined and efficient. And lastly, they make my next steps 2 and 3 so much easier to do.
Which leads me nicely into tip number 2. Stop spreading your trackers over multiple pages. This was the bane of my life when I started bullet journaling. I would see these really pretty spreads where people would do elaborate designs of mood trackers, and habit tracker pages, and budget trackers, and everything trackers. And I thought, wow, I want to do funky looking designs on my tracker pages too. I would also find it really frustrating at the end of the day when I'm filling out everything I've done. I'd have to flick across 5 different pages to colour in different things, and I just ended up not filling out my habit trackers, which is kind of the point of having them. Stop having them on different pages. Weekly trackers, they are a godsend.
So the benefits of weekly trackers are that you can fit these into your weekly spread, and they're great for helping solve tip number 2. This little habit section I use for any habits that aren't in my usual daily routine. Here I track whether I've read a book that day, whether I've washed my hair, whether I've left the house. On the left, you will notice this big empty table, and here it is perfect to track habits with written values. This is the perfect place to replace the trackers you had individual pages for example, your mood trackers, energy trackers, sleep trackers. This is perfect to fit into a table all in one page, so everything is all together and you can see a really good bird's eye view of the week.
So weekly trackers are the way forward. Plan your weekly goals ahead of time. This has made everything so much easier for me. I would sit there on a Monday, look at my week and think, I have no goals, so I'll just make something up now. And kind of just rush them and not actually have thought about it because I want to start the day. It's Monday, I want to kick it off, and I'm thinking, why have I not started my goals yet? So on a Saturday or a Sunday, think about the week just gone, think about the week ahead and how you want to tackle next week. Set your goals in advance and write them on your weekly page so you can see them. Genius!
Because let's not lie, everybody loves to set a goal for themselves. So it's really important to make your goals work for you as well, and I do this by categorizing them. Here you can see a table that I have at the beginning of my month, and this just helps me be proactive with my planning, particularly if I haven't drawn out next week yet. I just like to have somewhere to jot down my goals ahead of time if I've been really proactive and thought about it sooner.
Tip number 5. Do not plan day by day. If you plan by the day, you have a very short-term view. You're not planning effectively. You're going to forget bits, you're going to cram them in at the end, over schedule. Overfill your schedule, I think is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, plan by the week so you don't overfill your schedule. That's kind of the message, isn't it? Leave some space. Your brain comes up with ideas that you do not plan for in your weekly spreads. I always leave a gap between my weekly spread and the next weekly spread so I can write any ideas I have. Sometimes I leave a little diary entry for myself so I can see what was going on in the week, how I felt, some thoughts, some things. It's just a good place to leave your thoughts, really. Leave space. You'll thank me later.
So my last tip for you all is just to have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously, it's all a learning curve. My weekly spreads have changed so much in the last 10 months, so it's always changing, but don't be afraid to splash some colour and have some fun with it. I love theming each month, and adding colour to a week helps keep everything fresh, and it means I keep picking up my bullet journal, and now I love entering into it at the end of the day.
So those were my bullet journal top tips. I hope they were useful for you. If you've got any top tips that I left out, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to know what you guys find useful during your bullet journaling journey. Ooh, that's a good one, isn't it? Bullet journaling journey. As you can see, this month I did a space theme, which I really enjoyed doing this month. I am going to be doing a video on how I choose my themes and how I theme all my different pages throughout my bullet journal, so don't forget to subscribe to see more of my bullet journal. So don't forget to subscribe and stick around so you can see more of my bullet journaling videos.